Hello there, I'm Alchemist.
I'm Dredgewolf.
And welcome to episode Ocho of our Elder Scrolls Online Elsweyr butt-kicking series.
We just got done murdering Euraxia. Now we're heading over to Dr. Chimera.
Pressing matters must concern us
And
now.
some Khajiit's dead parents, too. I mean, we got slaughtered them.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, giant floating dragonfly thing.
May the dark take Euraxia. She sent my own parents against us and killed the brave and honorable Nalado. But we have no time to move.
Yeah, Nalado dropped like a rock. I mean, she just did one hit.
Yeah. She just ate that blast.
She
Not presume to
did.
tell me how I should feel. I am the queen now, and I do not have the luxury or the time to grieve. Five Claw, those were not my parents. Animated husks.
Pardon me.
Nothing more. And I will remember.
Go down the wrong pipe.
After.
Yeah, it's apparently breathing water.
After we finish
like a
saving
bad
Elsweyr
thing.
from the dragons.
Yeah.
You are still with me in this, Five Claw. You and Abner Thorn both. We ended one threat, but two more remain.
Let's discuss remuneration.
Go on without you. But I would
What's
rather
that mean?
have you at my side.
Getting
for
paid.
what is
She
to
says she
come.
wants you to stick around.
The war is far from over. Even a queen needs to consult with such learned personages as Garesh Ree and Abner Tarn every now and then. Take this in recognition of your efforts on our behalf, Five Claw. Then talk to Garesh Ree.
I got some gold, a weapon, and a house.
And a house?
And a house.
Nice.
Yeah.
For too long,
So-
a tyrant has sat upon
Well,
it.
I suppose if you stick around and kill all your foes, real estate prices will go back up.
Yeah.
They gotta be pretty low right now.
Yeah.
The people already cheer your name.
Finally, this palace is a labyrinth.
A word.
Did I miss anything?
Oh, finally Cadwell shows up.
So if anybody wants to see a real life character that looks like Dredgewolf's character here, check out YouTube, Kirsten Joy Weiss. Kirsten Joy and Weiss, I think is W-E-I-S-S. Anyway, she's an ex-Olympic shooter who has a YouTube channel where she does trick shots and things like that. She's an amazing shot, but she's staggeringly attractive.
I've never seen her, but apparently I did a good job designing my character if it looks like a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Chimera's parents would be proud of how she has stepped forward in these dark times.
I have to say,
Moons
it
and
is hot as
clouds.
balls.
Oh, it is.
When
We,
Chimera gathers her thoughts,
we can't
the
run
rest of us
the,
have
well, we
work
can
to
run the
do.
AC while we're talking, but
What
you would hear it
happened
and
in
it'd be
Alice?
obnoxious. So, we're sacrificing our own
Grim
comfort
news,
for,
both welcome and grim.
you know,
But
quality.
we can neither celebrate a victory nor
Well,
mourn the good
An
captain.
approximation of quality.
There you go.
We need to determine why the dragons are willing to associate with
Probably as
wields
hot
of
as
dark
elsewhere,
magic.
honestly,
Yeah.
here in
yeah.
California.
Oh, man. Oh, it's toasty. Oh, yes.
Moongate
Gonna be
of
over
the
100
Queen.
today.
It lies in that direction.
And it's obviously
I
well on its
wonder
way.
if this pertains to Euraxia's final order. A soldier mentioned it after we captured her, but she refused to elaborate. Maybe you can help Tharn find out more. Even now, Abnor Tharn searches through the documents in the royal study, seeking information concerning this final order. Despite his show of indifference, Euraxia was his half-sister. Her death is bound to affect him. I suggest that you tread warily.
Ah, a Khajiit after my own heart.
No. That would imply I had any
Look, he has
feelings
5
toward the man
fingers.
whatsoever.
Yes.
I'd say I'm more concerned that his nonchalant attitude toward his sister's death.
Maybe we should look up
Right
why they
behind
refer
his
to
true
wandering
emotions.
warriors as Five Claws.
I trust that he's here to
Or
help.
if anybody
But
watching
still
cares to
found.
comment, who knows why, that would be awesome. But yeah, we should look up because I would.
Awesome, not arson.
I used to be awesome.
No, it's awesome, with a W, not an R.
When you look at
Where
the
did you
world
learn how to
as
speak
lines on a
English?
map, it all seems so small.
I learned it from watching you. Okay.
I was trying to determine the meaning of this document, but so far the secret eludes me. I found a letter, but it's not complete. Looks like a scribe's dictation. I've been searching for more, but I haven't made much progress through the royal stacks. With your help, perhaps the search will go more quickly.
Euraxia was royally stacked.
It alludes to an order Euraxia was
waiting,
preparing to deliver
waiting
shortly before
for
our assault
it.
on the palace. It mentions a Captain S, the Cygnus Irregulars, and a favor for the dragons.
And her head's gonna
but
be
gives
royally
no
stacked on a
indication as to
spike.
who they
There
are
you
or
go.
what the
It's no
favor
longer
might
stacked
be.
on her shoulders.
We did what had to be done. Think no more about it. If you hadn't ended Euraxia, I certainly would have. Now, look around and see
You know,
if
I
you can
gotta,
find anything pertaining to this unfinished letter.
I'm
sure it refers
I
to
kinda hold
Euraxia's
with
final
the,
order.
decrepit old
This
Khajiit
study
that was talking
contains
before.
documents
I've
from
been
when
wondering
the
when
Khajiit ruled Rimmon,
when
as well as
Adrithar
papers
might
that
be
cover the span
duplicitous
of
in this
Euraxia's
story.
rule. So many,
Well,
many.
he hasn't been so far.
She
Not
was
that
a
we know of,
prolific
no.
writer, I'll give her that. At least she didn't destroy her files before she died.
And somehow you're just going to stumble onto the documents he wants, sitting there on its own on top of a table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you want me to read this for you, or can you read it yourself, Mr. Blind Eyes?
Well, I mean, we're doing this for our viewers, should they ever appear, and so it's up to whether you expect them to read it, or do you want to read it in your Irish accent?
I can do an accent. I'm not sure it's Irish.
That must be
Nah,
Captain
nobody's
S.
sure it's Irish.
And the Cygnus
Nobody's sure it's
Irregulars are
anything,
imperial
really.
troops under the command of Prefect Kalo at Sandswirl Manor.
Well, seems like Abner thought will read it for us.
There you go.
Let's see. This report summarizes my conclusions concerning the dragons that have made their presence known throughout northern Elsweyr. The dragon Mulanmir differs to an even more powerful creature known as Kalgruntid. He has provided dragons to support our efforts against the Khajiiti rebels. These massive beasts have been instrumental in many of our victories, just as you predicted. If only we could convince Mulanmir to lend us more than a single creature at a time, we could retake control of the entire region. Okay, yeah. Oh, there we go. I went back. Unfortunately, the dragons seem incapable or unwilling to discern the difference between our troops and the enemy. They take no care to avoid friendly fire and seem to revel in destruction, no matter the target. I fear our control of these creatures is haphazard at best. My recommendation follows. Order Mulanmir to instruct the dragons to obey the chain of command. Weapons that don't follow our orders are pretty much useless. Also, we must perform a service for the dragons to seal our alliance. I suggest we send an assassination squad to eliminate the last dragon believed to be hiding in Elsweyr. Centaurian Jagus Royal
Control
whatever the
dragons?
frick.
What folly. But what was that
Can you
about
imagine
killing the last
fighting
dragon?
with dragons?
Yeah.
Chomp.
Yeah, your lunch as much as the other guys are.
Kill them all, let God sort them out. Okay, this should be like an old English woman. I wonder what else might be waiting for me in the remaining tales of Konzari. Certainly the significance of the betrayer, whose disgusting head follows my chief necromancer around like a sad little puppy. He came to us from those legends, and the need for the Moongate, though I must admit, at least here in my private notes, that a complete understanding of the metaphysics behind it all still eludes me.
Doing your best Professor McGonagall impression.
Old
Yeah.
Khajiiti legends and rumors of a last dragon guard. Intriguing. I think you found everything.
Those are all
I
the stories
need
we've
to
read so
fill in the
far. I
blanks.
was just
Let's
unlocking them for the Chivo.
The documents you uncovered allow me to make sense of this unfinished dictation.
Basically, we didn't need to read
I
any of that
believe
shit, so
I
here you
now
go.
know the contents of Euraxia's
Well,
final order.
it was discussed in the lead up to
Euraxia
this.
ordered Captain Solinia to assassinate a dragon guard in an effort to appease the dragons. Solinia plans to commandeer as many additional soldiers as necessary from Prefect Kalo at Sandswirl Manor and retrieve a report. Neither do I, at least not fully. The Dragon Guard were the sworn protectors of the Imperial Emperor. At least they were until they fell out of favor. Euraxia has ordered her assassins to murder what she claims to be the last Dragon Guard. Don't ask me. The Dragon Guard I knew failed to protect the potentates and were disbanded in disgrace. They claimed to have descended from legendary Akaviri dragon hunters.
Akavir
all
is
it was.
basically
A legend.
Tamriel's
We need to
version of
get to
Japan.
Sanswell Manor.
Oh,
We can't take any chances. Euraxia's final order directs her assassins to murder the last Dragon Guard. If the
We've never
dragons
really been there
consider
before.
this
We don't
threat
know a whole lot
real,
about
we
it.
need it on our side. Meet me west of the city, on the outskirts of Sanswell Manor. Kalo is mentioned in Garesh Rhee's intelligence reports. He commands a garrison of troops in an estate seized when they conquered the region. As for Sorlinia, I've never heard of her. But an assassination squad, they're never a good thing.
no. It's usually a good sign of corruption that you have
Are the people of Rimmon
governments with
cowards?
assassination
They're
squads.
just afraid, Kamira. Remember, the dragons still
Well, I mean,
darken these
assassination
skies
squads for their
But
own
we
people.
need to replenish our forces.
Well,
I fear
anybody's.
there
I
are
mean,
more
there.
battles
Oh,
ahead.
was that a harpy?
You carry the weight of
No,
the
that's,
kingdom, Kamira. But the crown
I
is
forgot what
not
they're
yet
called. They're
yours.
some sort of demon.
Yes,
I forgot what their
yes.
exact name is.
I must
It's
be
like Twilight
recognized
something
by
or
the
other.
Rain and Queen Eren, which reminds me, has the
And someone has a
Dominion
little
sent us
dragon?
any aid?
A few advisors, some gold.
They have an imp
but
that's
no
using
troops.
magic to look like a baby
We
dragon.
are on our own.
Oh,
Because there's no such thing as a baby dragon.
where do you get the big dragons from?
They were all dragons are immortal, right? When they die, they don't truly die. Their souls don't leave the world. Their bodies just stop functioning. And there are no male or female dragons. They're all genderless.
Okay, so when a dragon dies, its spirit remains and does what?
It just kind of languishes there.
Okay, so basically, how do you get more dragons?
You don't.
So they're stuck with whatever. Whenever a dragon dies, there's one fewer dragon.
For a time. It can be brought back to life by another dragon. I mean, that's the whole plot of Skyrim.
oh, is it?
Spoilers for like a, 13-year-old game.
Oh, now you ruined it for me. Jeez. Don't tell me how Lord of the Rings ends.
I kind of feel like there's a point in which something is so old that you can't reliably expect people to have actually seen it, and then spoilers
An imperial
become kind of
garrison
unacceptable.
housed in a Khajiit estate.
You know?
My half-sister spared no
What do you mean?
expense, I see.
Like, when something has
Prefect
become
Kalo commands a
so
full complement
old
of soldiers.
that
Mostly
you can't
seasoned
reasonably expect everyone
Imperials
to have
and
seen
not
it
the
because it's no
Lebanese
longer really
mercenaries that
relevant
make up
within the
Euraxia's
cultural.
forces.
Like
It's
Moby
probable
Dick.
that
Yeah, like Moby
Sorlinia
Dick.
and
I have
her
never read
assassination
that book.
squad is here as well, so
I mean, I know there's a
advise
whale. I'm pretty sure he gets
prefer to
killed by
avoid
it,
unnecessary
but
bloodshed, of course,
I have no
but
idea
these are
any
enemy
real
forces.
understanding. I have no real
We
understanding of that
must do
story.
what we must to
Okay.
complete our mission. I'll work my way down from the upper levels of the house. You find your own entrance and we'll meet somewhere inside.
I get you.
Try not
It's
to alert
understandable.
the entire garrison to our presence, and keep an eye out for Captain Sorlinia or anything related to Euraxia's
But of course,
final order.
being
We
unfamiliar
need
with
to determine
Moby
where the
Dick means
assassination
that-
squad plans to strike if we're going
I
to
mean,
save the dragon.
Moby Dick's culturally very important because it's one of the early great American novels. And so, your education was remiss in not covering early American literature adequately. You should be familiar with it. Now, someone who's not from the U.S. could totally understand them not being familiar with Moby Dick. I mean, it's a great novel. in
Perhaps
and of
beyond the
itself.
phrase, someone's white whale.
Yeah, white whale, or they call me Ishmael, right?
That's a reference beyond me.
Yeah, it's pretty much how the book starts.
Let's see. Garrison commanded. Okay, so this is basically the assassin chick talking about how she came in, kicked Kalo's teeth in, and took over the irregulars. Let's see. Suddenly, assassins got me in the gut. Found a place to hide, but don't have long. Check the well. Hit a key in the bucket. Unlock cellar door and disable. That's your way to Kalo and the rest of the irregulars. I always loved you.
We'll always have Paris. You know, what kind of place is it that people just ignore dead bodies? Or maybe he just looks like a sleeping homeless guy. So it's basically like, I guess in that way, it's just like the grocery store right up the street.
Oh my god. There's so many of them. It's tragic.
It is. It wasn't like that 5 years ago. I don't know.
I'm not sure it was like that 3 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's
But
just,
it's insane.
yeah, it's so sudden.
We need to speak quickly. I doubt I'll remain undiscovered for very long. This projection, a simple
Please help
spell.
me, Obi-Wan.
Nothing to it, really.
You're my
But
only
that's
hope.
not what I want to discuss. I'm hiding in an empty servant's quarters at the moment. I discovered that Prefect Kalo is no longer in charge here. In fact, he's been arrested.
I bet like half a
That's the
dozen
thing.
of those,
Prefect
or a dozen
Kalo
of those
isn't
homeless
really
people would
one
just
of
be
the
laying there
Alexians.
dead, and
His
nobody would even
cohort of
notice. Or
Imperials accompanied my half-sister
You know what I mean?
to Rimmen, but he's been
I mean, if they were
so-
oozing or
through
something,
and
That's
such
such a
claim of
sad
leadership.
thing to think about.
Apparently,
is.
he refused another
That's
order.
really horrible.
it's an intractable problem. It's very
Kalo's
hard to
probably
fix.
being held on one
Yeah.
of the lower levels. See if you can find him. He should be able to tell us more about the Dragon Guard and Solinia's orders. Wait a moment. I'm about to have company. I'll find my way to you as soon as I
I was
can.
hearing that some old disease had come back in like LA or something like that because of all the homeless people, like dysentery or gonorrhea or something like that. Was a real problem.
God, I forget. It starts with a T. I'm forgetting it. The name of it. Yes, exactly. They even found it's because of the actually it's mainly homeless, yes, and rats. But it's mainly the rats. Typhus, maybe? I don't remember.
Interesting. You're not one of Euraxia's mercenaries. I'm Prefect
Introducing
Kalo,
the
commander
most
of the
boring
Cygnus
character
Regulars.
in the
You're
entire
that
expansion,
outsider working with the Khajiit
Prefect
militia.
Kalo.
I expected you hours ago. Well, let's not dawdle.
He is
You
just
have an
the most
assassination squad to
generic,
stop, I
handsome,
assume,
good
so
guy.
If you'd open my cell,
He has a generic, handsome, good
it's
guy voice.
elementary. I pay
Yeah.
attention to every significant event that occurs in the region. Comes with my job description. I have agents, spies.
This guy's so dull,
informers
my
from
leg's falling
Riverhold
asleep.
to Rimmen.
I expect him to start saying
Dossier
bro.
on you could choke a Guamasi. Now, about this door,
Hey man, can you
I'm
bring
an
you some
Imperial
bacon,
without
bro?
an emperor.
And
My cohort was assigned
and
to accompany
300 pounds so I
Euraxia
can
on
do
a
some squats.
fact-finding
Because
mission.
you even squat, bro.
She turned it into a conquest. I tried to temper her more violent tendencies, but her mercenaries outnumber my legionaries by a wide margin. I refused to direct order. Wouldn't give Solinia my soldiers or my file on the last Dragon Guard. So,
It's hot
here I
as
am.
balls in here.
How about this?
We already complained about
You can
that.
find a
I
copy
know.
of the
I'm just
report in my
reiterating it
office.
because
If the information
it's hotter
it
than the
contains
balls.
helps you,
See, not all balls
come
are the
back
same
and
heat.
Set me free.
And it's actually the balls now are hotter than the balls before.
I'm a reasonable man. I have no great
Yeah,
love for this
yeah.
land, but neither do I want to see it destroyed. Dragons were the last straw. In other words, this is me making a stand. You can find a copy of the Dragon Guard report in my office upstairs.
Thank you, PC Principal.
Oh my god, yes. He is totally... he totally looks like that guy and sounds like that guy.
He does.
Doesn't really act like that guy.
No, not the same, but I got this PC Principal vibe from him.
Well,
That was subtle.
we're going to find out what that document contains next time. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Dredgewolf.
And I'm Alchemist.
Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And we hope you have an awesome day.
Adios.